Hello everyone, hope all are doing good. In this session, I came up with the most asked interview question, that is, why do we need an associative array in SystemVerilog? Before going to this answer, we'll just revise the concepts like what is the difference between static array, dynamic array, and associative array. If anyone know the answer, please pause the video and comment below. And we'll see what is meant by static array. Static array is nothing but fixed size array, right? Fixed size array in the sense we already seen in the Verilog. Whatever the size we have taken at the declaration time. Suppose array, or it is either integer type, or it is a bit type, or it is a byte type, whatever. Integer array 7 down to 0, 8-bit size. It is fixed for overall design. Okay, wherever we are using in entire design, the size of the array 8-bit is fixed. Okay, that is the static array. In static array we have different types like packed array and unpacked array. Packed array and unpacked array will discuss in the next session. Okay, next, second one is a dynamic array. What is meant by dynamic array? Dynamic array is nothing but the size at the time of declaration. Whatever the size we are declaring, if the size is not sufficient in the entire program, we can resize the array. Okay, whatever the size, suppose at the time of declaration I have declared as a 5, but according to my functionality, that array size is not sufficient. I want to store some more data. Okay, then I can resize this 5 to the 10. Suppose if I want 10 size, I can resize that 5 to 10. Okay, so that is the dynamic array. We'll see in the program wise how we can resize and how can we delete the array and how can we check the size of the array. We'll see all the things. And coming to the associative array, what is the main difference between dynamic and associative array? Means dynamic, we need to allocate the memory before using it. Okay, if the size not sufficient, then we can resize. But in associative array, memory can be allocated when it is used. That means we are just declaring here as a spare. We don't know how much data it is required. Okay, the size, how much it is required, we don't know. So that time we are just taking index as a star. Okay, whenever we are using the array, after using the array, it automatically assign the size. Okay, suppose here I am using 10-bit. Then after usage, after functionality, it will allocate the size as a 10. Okay, that is the main difference between dynamic array and associative array. Okay, that's why we need associative array in the SystemVerilog. Whenever we don't know the size of the array, whatever we want to use, then we can use the associative array. So it can be allocated the size automatically. Okay, so we'll see some programming wise how the interview questions are going to ask for static array and dynamic array and associative array. Okay, so question number one, if you see here, write a code for static array for data types. Okay, how can we write the static array? I'm just taking a small example to represent how the static arrays will be. Okay, if you see here the code module, it is fixed size array, integer array of 6, it is a 6-bit size total, and array 2 of 4 down to 0. 4 down to 0 means total 5-bit size, right? So initial begin, I am assigning some values to the array 1 and array 2. Okay, array 1 equal to 0 1 2 3 4 5, or otherwise you can assign some other values like a 5 8 9 10, suppose like that, and array 2 equal to some values I am assigning. So $display for each array of I, that means for each location of I am printing the value of the array. Okay, so that is the $display statement. And second one, for each array 2 of I am displaying the statement. Okay, so I am running the running here. Okay, see, displaying array 1. How much size we have taken? Total 6-bit, right? 0 1 2 3 4 5, 6 locations. Second one, 4 down to 0. 4 down to 0 means first 4 3 2 1 0. For each location we have assigned some value. Okay, so this is what we can take fixed size. Okay, that is about the static array. Coming to the dynamic array, if you see what is the problem statement here, write code for dynamic array. Consider a dynamic array which is the size 0 initially. Resize the array with a 4 bit and assign a value into the location 2 and 3. Total 4 number of locations we have, right? So in that they are telling to assign in the location 2 and 3. Okay, next create a dynamic array 2 and resize the array by preserving the data. Okay, in the dynamic array we have two options mainly. One is without preserving the data and second one is with preserving the data. Suppose in the dynamic array 1 I have stored some data previously 0, 5, 6, 7 like that I have stored. Okay, whenever I am total how many locations? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Four number of locations. These four number of locations are not sufficient for me. Okay, when I am resizing the array 4 to 10, I want to take total 10 number of locations to store the data. So whenever you are taking 10 number of locations, maybe you want this 0, 5, 6, 7 data in the previous location, or you don't want to take. You want to take freshly 10-bit size, or you want to preserve this data and you want to extend the size. That is your choice. Okay, so that is how we can create the dynamic array with the preserving the data without preserving the data. Okay, so we'll see the example now. Module dynamic array name bit dynamic array 1 and integer dynamic array 2. One is a bit data type, second one is a integer data type. Okay, so initially what is the memory allocation? Did we assign any memory here? No, we didn't assign any memory. So initially it will show the 0. Here we have written the one dot size of. Size is the method here. Okay, for dynamic or associative arrays, whatever we have this to see the size, we have size arrays. To create, we have new method, size methods, and for deleting array we have delete method, like the different type of methods are there. Okay, conceptual wise you can go through the concept ones. So if you have any doubts you can comment here. Okay, and d array 1 equal to new of 4. Okay, how much size we are taking here? Total 4. So from 0 to, we have resized that array to 4. Okay, so after memory allocation, what is the size of the array here? Size we are looking. Okay, and in the problem statement, what they have told, initially it should be 0, resize it to 4, and assign the value to the location 2 comma 3. So for array 1 of 2 second location, array 1 of third location, we are assigning some value, that is 5 and 7. Okay, and then we are displaying the values, array 1 values or second location, third location. Okay, next what we are doing here, second one, they are telling uh, create a dynamic array 2 and resize the array by preserving the data. They didn't given any constant value. Okay, so that's why we are taking d array equal to new method, new of 6. That means total 6 size will be 6. Okay, and d array 2 dot size, we are seeing the size here. Okay, d array 2 equal to, we are allocating some value. They didn't tell to allocate the value, but whenever we are preserving the data for the next time, so we need to observe the values, right? That's why I have allocated the value here and printed the value. Okay, if you see 40 line, I'm resizing the array. Okay, before if you see in 32 line, here also I am resizing the array but without preserving the previous data. Okay, but here I am preserving the previous data. Okay, 7 of 8. Previous I have taken 6 number of locations. Now I am resizing into the 8 number of locations. The array of 2 in brackets, that is nothing but to preserving the previous data. So it will preserve the previous data. So we'll see after running how the output will be. Okay, if you see first one, before memory allocation, at the first statement we didn't allocated any memory here, right? So size of the array 1 and array 2 is a 0. Okay, after memory allocation, what is the size of memory? First array we have assigned 4, right? So here 4. Okay, size of array is 4. Next, for second location, third location, we have allocated the values, right? So here why it is displaying 1 1 means because of bit data type. I am changing to the integer data type here for d array of 1. So then it will show 5 comma 7. D array equal to 5, d array of 3 equal to 7, whatever the values we have taken here. Okay, 25th line. Next, size of the array 2, we have resized to the 6, right? So 6, and we have allocated some values 6, 1, 4, like this. If you observe here, 6, 1, 4, 9, 7, 2. Okay, and we are resizing the 6 to the 8. So size of the dynamic array is 8. Okay, and then if you observe here, in sixth location, seventh location is it is x. Actually all it should be x only, but it is first 5 bits it is showing some value, whatever the previous value it is there, showing the same value because it is preserving the data. Okay, if you want to check if it is not preserve the data, what happens? If you want to check, I will show you. Suppose this 8 I am taking to 10 number of locations. I am resizing into the 10, and I am not using this d array of 2 in the brackets. Okay, then what it will show? It doesn't preserve the previous data. Freshly it will create the 10 size. Okay, so if you observe here, previously it is 8 size, preserve the data. Next it is 10, it doesn't preserve the data. Freshly it created all our x. That means we didn't allocated any value in that. Unknown value is there in each location. Okay, did you observe? So this is the dynamic array. We can resize the array, and we can preserve with preserving the data. Without preserving the data, we can resize the array. Okay, and coming to the associative array, what is mean by associative array? What is the problem statement here? uh, Take an example of associative array and explain its functionality. Okay, whenever you are facing the interviews, these types of questions they will ask. Okay, how you will create an associative array, what type of methods we will use in associative array, how you will use the dynamic array with the preserving the data. Can you write a point of code, few lines of code? They will ask like that. So you need to remember these things. So when you are practicing more, then you can remember the things easily. Okay, so we'll see how to write the associative array. See, module associative array, integer array of star. Here I didn't assign any value because in associative array at the declaration time we won't assign any value. Okay, whenever we are using in the functionality the array, whenever we are using that time only we will allocate the values to the array locations. At the time it will allocate to entire array. Okay, so you must keep star. Star means it points to the associative array. If you won't keep anything, it will consider like a dynamic array or a static array. Sometimes error it will take. Okay, so you need to put like associative array, then only it will understand. Okay, we should consider after functionality. Okay, so initial begin, I am assigning some values to the different number of locations. I don't know size, how much size I required, I can take the size. Okay, so array of 5 equal to 2, array of 10 equal to 7 equal to 9, 20, 13, like that. Some variables I am taking, some locations, so I am assigning the data. Okay, and I am printing for each array of I am printing the values, each values. Okay, and I am checking what is the size of the array here and how many entries, number of entries are there. That means how many number of arrays I have taken locations. So I am printing here. And I'm checking in associative array we have some methods like exist method, whether this location is existing or not, and what is the first location, what is the last location, what is the size, and how can we delete the array. All the things we can use, methods we can use in the associative array. So here if you see, if array dot exists of 7, whether seventh location is existing or not here, it should display. If it is correct, it should display an element is exist at that index. Okay, for in 13th 30 line I am checking array dot exists of 8, whether if it exists it should display okay it is existing, otherwise it is not existing. Okay, and array dot first of index, what is the first index in our array, like that what is the last index of our array. And index equal to 9, what is the, if index equal to 9, what is the previous index. Okay, if index equal to 10, what is the next index, like that. Okay, and array dot delete of 7, seventh location we are deleting, after deleting we are writing the for each loop for each array location. Okay, at last 59 lines, array dot delete method. Total array we are deleting. Okay, then what is the size of the array if array deleted? That thing we will see. Okay, so we will run and we'll see. Okay, see here. Initially whatever we have taken the code, array of 5 equal to 2, 7 equal to 6, 9 equal to 8, like that we have assigned, right? And then we have seen what is the size and the array dot number of entries. So size, total locations we have taken 6, and number of entries also 6. Okay, I'm checking array dot 7th location is existing or not. So an element exists at 7th index 7 is existing, and 8 is not existing. If you see here, 8 is there, no, right? So an element doesn't exist at index 8. Okay, and first index of array, what is the first index of array? 5. And what is the last index of array? 20. And what is the previous index of 9? 9 is here, 7 is the previous index. And what is the next index of 10? 10 is here, 13 is the next index, right? So after deleting element 7th index, we have deleted the 7th index. If you see, observe here, array dot delete of 7, 51 line. So after deleting, what are remaining? So these are remaining. Okay, and after that we have deleted entire array. So if you see here, array dot delete of entire array we have deleted, so size equal to 0. Okay, did you understood the difference between dynamic array, static array, and associative array? So whenever you don't know how much size it is required for your functionality, what is the size you want to use, whenever you don't know, you can choose the associative array. So whenever you are facing this interview question, you can answer like that. Okay, and also try to practice with the different examples. Okay, how, why can't you use dynamic array by using associative array? If you put those star index, what happens? These things if you try, means whenever you are facing the error, obviously you will face the error. So that time whenever you are facing the interview, you can answer for them. Okay, if you use this associative array in the dynamic array will face this type of errors, like that you can explain. Okay, so this is about the static, dynamic, and associative. If you have any doubts, please comment below, we'll answer your questions. Okay, thank you.